Hey guys, it's James here from the Resistance Broadcast, and I just wanted to give a quick kind of reaction to Obi-Wan Kenobi Part 3 that I just finished watching. Now, we're a little bit late today. Normally, we're going to be trying to do these a little bit earlier, but, you know, things happen, and we kind of got delayed today. Don't worry about that, though, because I just saw an episode of Obi-Wan, and I am so excited to talk about it. Now, that also being said, I liked this episode a lot, but there were some things that I can imagine. I haven't gone online yet. I haven't really talked to a lot of people yet, but I can imagine people are going to have some problems with. So I enjoying this episode a lot. Love the devastation that was happening. I loved seeing, we're talking spoilers here, Vader, right? His first appearance. We're getting a fight with Kenobi and Vader. I loved that he's willing to torment him. I'm digging so much the dynamics of the Inquisitors. I love that they're all fighting their way to the top, and more through every episode, I'm loving Reva as one of my favorite Inquisitors. So all that is going really well. The things that I think are that people might have problems with are, and I'm also, you guys know how I feel about Kenobi, so I'm totally in this. I want to be sold over to Kenobi being the greatest Jedi of all time, you know? And I'm in that point where I'm like, okay, I'm not saying he's not, but because I understand where we are in this show. He's not fully himself. He's dealing with the issues, so I don't expect him to be. But it is at that point right now where I'm like, come on, dude. You know, I feel that a little bit. I'm like, you gotta snap out of it. I'm aware of everything that you've gone through, but it can be a little bit frustrating as a viewer to see someone as awesome as Obi-Wan Kenobi being set aside by like the 10-year-old, you know, standing next to him. Like it's crazy that in a lot of cases, Leia's taking the lead on this stuff. And it also is crazy that he doesn't seem to be like, no, stop. Like, we are not doing that. Because she keeps getting them in trouble. I mean, even when you might be able to think like, okay, let's go with it. You know, maybe it's not the worst thing. Maybe we could use a ride, right? It turns out it's an Empire vehicle. It turns out that guy did want to turn him in. It turns out they are going to get picked up by stormtroopers and stopped. You know, yes, things will work out, but they don't know that. You know, that's just kind of frustrating as a viewer when, you know, it's that typical like thing with a kid in a movie where you're like, stop. You're causing more problems. And I get that that's kids. So, and it's Leia too. She's got a strong will, so it's hard. But that can be a little bit frustrating. The other stuff with Darth Vader, I think he was great. The voice was great. We got confirmation James Earl Jones is a part of the project. Maybe we'll see later where he did some voice and they're cataloging his voice to use later. But this is maybe, who knows. But I'm excited to learn more about that. I think Vader was pulling his punches a little bit on Kenobi, and I don't know why. I mean, the fire thing's great. He pulls him into the fire, and but he also moves him out of the fire. He also lets like a robot come and pick him up and walk him out, and he's like, darn, there's nothing I could have done. There's a fire that's in front of me, and I'm like, this is Vader at his prime, come on, you know, like I feel like he would have done something. Not to mention just numerous things that I know we'll get into tonight about some of the dialogue and how like maybe, what does that mean? I was the learner, and you know, all that stuff. So we'll get into that stuff tonight. We have a bigger discussion tonight. Like I said, we're going live at 9 p.m. on this channel. So come and check us out. That's TRB Live tonight, 9 p.m. And until then, kind of soak in what I said, maybe go into our episode later tonight, kind of knowing a little bit about how I feel, but we'll hear John and Lacey's thoughts. We will see you then. Come and join us. See you later.